And welcome back to another awesome reptile video. In this video I'm going to show you 10 awesome Australian pythons that I keep, including this guy, so there might be 11, maybe 12, I'm not too sure. But anyway, let's jump to the first awesome python. Close your mouth. Oh, why would you hit my camera? So this is an update on my nasty snake. This is a zebra jungle. There's his tail. He's been for a little bit of a swim in the pool. Yeah, the pool's a little bit green, but you get that. Close your mouth. So a few people have asked if he is as angry as he was a year ago, and yes, he is. If you don't close your mouth, you're going to get flies. He's just a grumpy snake, continuously grumpy. Really? What are you doing? We may jump to a few other cool snakes that I keep that aren't as grumpy as this guy. Let's jump to another snake. And a snake that is less nasty than the jungle you just saw is this little girl. She is an albino spotted, so I might move her head into the shade. There we go, because albinos lacking the pigmentation do not like sun in their eyes. But that is her. She can get some UV, obviously not with her eyes, but that is an adult albino spotted python. Pretty docile, pretty lovely, nice and chill. Pretty much adult size, which is what, about a meter and a bit, roughly. But she is a lovely snake. Whatever that is. Someone's game, who knows? What are you doing? She probably wants to go for a swim, but that is a big, murky, tropical guppy pond. Probably don't want to go in there. So, that is snake number 2. That is an albino spotted python. There she is. Sorry about the sun. Let's get you away from the sun. Let's pop you on some lawn. You can do lawn exploring. Let's jump to snake number 3. You're coming out. You are coming out. So my phone's stuffed up, and for some reason my footage was lost. So this is take 2 of snake 3, which is a black-headed python. Obviously they're called a black-headed python because they have a black head. So in the wild they stick their head out of their little sort of tunnels and stuff in the dirt, so it heats up, and then they put their head back in. So their head actually generates enough heat for their whole entire body. So this black-headed python's only about 3 years old, so it's probably one of the youngest ones I have. Bred him, her, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago or so now. Pretty little thing, aren't you? Yes, you are. But that is a black-headed python, and very startled. So when they freak out, which he's about to freak out because of all the noises and the smells, probably smells other reptiles as well. So these are reptile eaters, but they tend to headbutt more than bite. You are very fast, don't you? Go in there. Thank you. You go that way. So very, very fast, very cool pythons. They don't actually have heat pits along the side of their mouth like Australian pythons do. I think these guys and the woma pythons are the only ones that have like no heat pit or a weird sensor thing underneath the mouth. You are very fast. Probably smells the goannas. Really? Really, really, really? So fast, so fast, so fast. We're gonna cut to the next bit. Obviously they can climb, that's what, 2 foot you're climbing there, and straight back into the pond, but we're not going to let you do that. We're gonna go for a little swim, and then we're going back. That is snake number 3, that is a black-headed python. There you are, there's your head. We'll go to snake number 4. Check out the awesome, awesome sheen on this girl. She's decided she wants to explore and sniff. This is not an olive python. Really? Don't sniff the camera. This is an Australian water python. Very, very cool snakes. I used to keep and breed a lot of them. I only have this girl now. I don't want to breed them anymore because you end up with lots of brown snakes, don't you? Yes, you do. Thank you. Stop sniffing the camera. That is an Australian water python. They have an awesome, awesome sheen to them. Hopefully that is showing up. Another really cool part of these snakes is, if we can grab her, is the bright yellow belly. Look at that. That is an awesome belly. Show us your belly. Hold on. Beautiful snakes. Very cool. A little bit notorious for being nippy and nasty, but like any snake, the longer you have them, the more docile they're going to get. Where are you going? Very good climbers again, even though they are a water python. Their care is pretty much the same as most other carpet pythons and stuff. Not that it's a carpet python. I think this one is a Queensland water python. I think there are Queensland and Northern Territory localities. Again, I've had her for like maybe 15 years plus, so no idea. She was born in captivity as well, so no locality. What are you doing? Very, very cool snakes, aren't you? Yes, you are. We'll put her away and we'll get a snake number, I think it's 5. Might be 5, might be 6. We'll figure it out. I'm sure she's going to knock my glass over soon. But this is, I'm pretty sure we're up to 5. Let's say we're up to 5. Snake number 5. You don't want to go in there. There is a lace monitor in there. How did you manage to get up there? Thank you. It is a very big, strong snake, aren't you? So this is an olive python, an albino obviously because it's not olive. I don't know. There's probably white olives. Is there white olives? I probably should research that. Where are you going? She is currently exploring on the lawn. You really don't want to stick your nose in there. That's where the lace monitors are. Don't do that. But yes, come here. Come here. Very, very pretty snake. Aren't you? They are very big. They're, I think, the 2nd or 3rd biggest snake in Australia. So she is still a baby. I'm not too sure how old she is now. I think she's like 4 years old or something. Are you 4? You're probably 4 years old. Let's say you're 4 years old. There she is sniffing around. Again, albinos don't like full sun because it damages their eyes, the same as most other albino animals. There she is, creeping around there. A very, very cool snake. Very docile. They are quite easily tamed. I probably should just make sure that Benji's not around the corner. No Benji around the corner. That is good, because obviously a snake this size, and I'm not too sure how big she is. How big are you? I have large blue hands, so she's a pretty chunky snake. I don't know, she's probably obviously bigger than 6 foot. You should be able to measure with those. That is 4 foot, I think. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's probably only 8 foot. So she's not overly big. She will get a lot bigger. I do have bigger olive pythons, obviously not albino. Very cool snakes. So number 5 is olive pythons. Just happens to be an albino. Don't go there because there are ants there. We don't want you head first into an ant nest. Very cool ants. Such a cool ant. I know, I should keep those ants, but they're wild. I'm not. You can't keep everything, but you can try. She's looking pretty much in her prime, aren't you? Yes, you are. Good girl. On to snake number 6. And snake number 6. He's a little bit pissy. So this is a rough scale python. This is a very old rough scale python. I think I've had this guy for, I don't even know how long. It honestly would probably be about 14 years or something like that. I'm guessing it's probably longer than that. The new licensing system that we've got doesn't really tell me when I've got stuff. So it's, yeah, a bit of a pain. I'd have to find my old logbook, but very old, very cool. They have blue eyes. They have eyes on the front of their head. Well, kind of on the front. I have never been bitten by these guys, but they have some of the longest fangs that you can get in an Australian python. Very, very cool snakes though. They're called a rough scale python because their scales are actually rough. They're like little raised bumps all through them. Very, very cool snakes. Yes, they spend a lot of time there climbing. They are a lovely snake. Back in the day when we got these ones, I've got a pair of them, never ever bothered breeding them. they were stupid expensive because they were like just on the market. Now I'm pretty sure you can get them for almost nothing because they're brown. They do go a really nice light sort of grey at night. But that is a rough scale python from Australia. Obviously you can only keep Australian snakes. Where are you going? We'll let him do his exploring. I think we're up to snake number 6. Did I say 6? I probably did. Number 6 is a rough-scaled python. On to the next snake. Such a cool snake. You're not the snake, you shouldn't be in this video. But that is a snake, and you don't want to be near Mr. Monitor, do you? No. So, this is another jungle python. So this is a gelatin black and white jungle python. Oh, I don't even know how long I've had this girl. A long time, maybe 15 years. Don't be pissy with me. Another jungle python. Obviously jungles are notorious for being nippy. This one will not open her mouth at me like the first jungle python did. She is such a cool snake. They don't get very big, so maybe about 6 foot. She might be 6 foot. Pretty sure she's 6 foot or so. Doing exploring at the moment. Oh look, can't even see you now, you're on black and white. But yeah, very, very cool snakes. They don't tend to lose any of the black and white with age, so she is as big as she's gonna get pretty much, just fatter, obviously. But she is also the mother of the babies I have available at the moment, depending on when you're watching this video. Such a lovely snake. Look at her exploring. Don't look at me. So many other things to look at, but you're looking at me. Look over there. Such a cool snake. But yes, black and white gelatin. So gelatin is a locality in Queensland. I'm sure there's black and white jungles in other localities, but this seems to be the main one that was introduced in captivity a while ago. And yes, ever since there's been super cool black and white jungle pythons available. Anyway, I think that's snake number, is it 6 or 7? I don't know, this is snake number 6/7. Let's jump to the next snake. I think I'm up to number 7, I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of cheating because it is another jungle python, but it is not a locality. It is a super awesome jungle python. So this is an adult male. So this is a black and gold jungle python. Very lovely snakes again. Got the iridescent sheen to him as well. He has just been swimming in his swamp. He is kept indoors, not outdoors, but he's doing the whole sun and swim thing. You've got gunk on you. Look at you, look at you. So that's about as big as they're gonna get, which is, how big would you be? You are probably about 6 foot, 5 or 6 foot. But that is an adult jungle python. So there are quite a few different localities, as you saw with the black and white gelatin we just saw. This guy, pass on locality, is long-term captive bred. Exploring away, I just have to make sure he is safe. No birds swoop down and get him. We do have big birds here. And he doesn't decide to eat a cane toad or something stupid if there is a cane toad in there. Just going to retrieve you. Sorry. You go in there, you explore in there. He's like, no, I'm not going to explore in there. I'm going to go straight back where I shouldn't be. You go on the lawn, there you go. Oh, you've just picked the mingiest part of lawn to explore. I'm sorry. But that is a black and gold, or black and yellow, I don't know. They're yellow, they're gold, jungle python. Again, pretty docile. The more you handle them, the more relaxed they're going to be. Same with pretty much any snake. So yeah, again, the first jungle python you saw is just a fluke. He is just an angry little bugger. Such a lovely snake. This one does have a genetic stripe to it as well. So the genetic stripe just means that if you breed this one with another one, you'll get a percentage with the solid dorsal stripe. Breed 2 together, you will get very cool stripy snakes. We used to breed a lot of stripy jungle pythons. Don't really worry about it anymore. We just sort of keep them for the fun of it. And I think I've had this guy for, again, over 10 years. Quite a while. Anyway, this is the last jungle python. You found a pole. You sniff that pole. He's a good boy. Yes, you are. Yep, thank you for the cheering in the background. Woo, snake, yeah. Neighbours would probably freak. Hopefully my neighbours aren't watching this. Oh no, loose snake in Australia. No. Anyway, that is jungle carpet python. We will jump to a non-jungle carpet python now. Oh look, not a jungle python. Yay! We have a stimmy. So Stimson python, again, beautiful snakes. So these are in the same sort of family as your children's pythons. Oh, you did not like that. I'm sorry. Come here, come here. Watch out. Oh, we're playing tug of war with a snake now. Oh, where have you gone? As long as I can see you, we're fine. Oh, you're doing a hide. So yeah, so Stimson's python, I have no idea on the locality. It's a long-term captive bred animal, obviously. Very, very lovely snakes. They max out at about 2 foot, just over 2 foot, so 60, 70 centimeters or so. Super awesome snakes. They are a great first snake. There are so many different patterns, colors, you name it. So same idea as a children's python, just different locality technically. I think they're reclassifying them. That is a noisy bird, whatever that was. I'm guessing a parrot. Yeah, that's a cockatoo. Cockatoo in the background. You are very scared. Did you sniff something? So very shy snakes, very lovely snakes again. Not used to being outside, but dealing with it as best a snake can. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is number 8. So number 8 is Stimson's python. You cute little boy or girl. Actually, this is a she. She is not a boy. She is a she. So very reluctant to bite, obviously. I'm going to have to try and untangle her. She is fully coiled for protection. Being a little snake, they tend to freak out if you do have them outside because of predators, and I'm sure the bird noises and everything don't sort of help. But that is snake number 8. Let's jump to snake number 9. And who's that pretty boy? Yes, you are. Prettiest little boy, aren't you? So we have another albino. We have an Albino Darwin carpet python doing lawn sniff. Sniff, sniff. Sniff, sniff, sniff. That's your tail. Don't sniff your tail. He sniffed his tail. So yes, the albino version of obviously a Darwin carpet python. Wondering why he's just been placed on the lawn. But he is doing lawn explore right now. So a very, very cool snake. They will get quite big. They have a really pretty pattern to them. So they are pretty much just a carpet python from Darwin. And this is the albino version. Really can't see the awesome yellows and whites. Just sort of like fluorescent colors to them. But yeah, same idea as any other carpet python with care, except for the albino thing. So you don't want UV with the eyes. There is another ant. Watch out for the ant. Don't get bitten by the ant. He's too concerned about coiling as opposed to getting bitten by ants. Too many sniffs. Bong. So yes, Darwin carpet python, they max out around that sort of 8-9 foot. This guy is, that ant fully crawled all over you. Yes, this guy is probably only about 6 or 7 foot. It's very deceiving in the video, obviously. Aren't you? Well, very deceiving. That is number 9, which is an Albino Darwin carpet python. Super cool snake. They used to be expensive back in the day, but now they are not so expensive. We'll let him do his exploring for a little bit, and then we will jump back with the last snake. So I'm pretty sure this is number 9. Who knows? Maybe I can't count. I'm sure this is number 9. So number 9, Albino Darwin carpet python. Let's jump to number 10. So apparently I can't count, and that was number 10. So one of my favourite snakes, oh, you're a pissy thing, aren't you? The scrub python, which we are safely on the other side of mesh right now. She is a very, very big snake. I don't know how big, between 15 and 20 foot, I would guess. Probably 15 foot, who knows? I'm not going to measure her, and she does not want to be measured. But yes, she is a Australian scrub python. Very cool, very angry. That is her little snout in the middle. She did hiss at us before. Probably not going to provoke her so that she hisses again. Not that I didn't even the first time. But this is technically number 11, but seeing there were so many jungle pythons, we'll just say number 10. Very cool snake. So one of the biggest snakes in Australia. I think they're the heaviest snake in Australia. Then you've got the olive python. Opalini, I'm pretty sure, is the longest, but they're not as girthy. These are very girthy snakes. It's a bit hard to film a video when your mouth's open continuously. You should close your mouth. Or not. Really? Oh, you got me, you little bugger. You really should close your mouth. Did you just hiss? Close your mouth. And that's what inside a snake looks like. That is ridiculous. I can see right inside your mouth. You really need to stop doing that. Oh, come on. I feel like just, yeah, no, I'm not going to stick my finger in that. Oh, you got me. Why would you do that?